Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. I am so excited to have you here. For the purpose of this video, you guys are gonna have to excuse the lack of intro, by the way. I kind of just wanted to get straight to the point. So I've seen the Reddit posts, the Quora posts about like, what's the best way to lose weight super fast? I don't care what it takes. I just wanna lose weight. Any tips, any tricks, any suggestions? And I'm reading through all these posts and I'm like, I'm a dietitian. I have tips, I have tricks, I have suggestions. So I thought I would kind of bring this to you guys so that it's all in one place for you and you don't have to go hunting and searching for the answer. I'm basically going to give you the answer right here in this video. So if you want to lose weight fast, you have to get into a calorie deficit. Now, when I say calorie deficit, I don't just mean, oh, I eat kale salads and chicken breasts and broccoli. Like, all those foods are great. They're healthy foods, they're great options, they're filled with nutrients, but just because you eat a bunch of kale salads doesn't mean that you're eating in a calorie deficit. A calorie deficit means that you are taking less energy in than what your body needs to maintain its current body weight. So I kind of just feel like I need to make a PSA, because I hear this a lot, especially on social media. Just because you eat healthy does not mean you are in a calorie deficit. I repeat, just because you eat healthy does not mean that you are eating in a calorie deficit. And that could very well be the reason why you're not seeing the scale move. I know that's gonna hurt some feelings, but it's kind of the truth. Now, that doesn't mean that that is the case for everybody across the board, but by and large, people tend to think that they are eating in a calorie deficit when in fact they are not. So now that we have that out of the way, how do we actually get into a calorie deficit? Well, it's gonna vary from person to person. Your calorie deficit is dependent upon your age, your height, your activity level, and a bunch of other factors. So what one person needs as a calorie deficit might not be what the next person needs as a calorie deficit. It's very much tailored towards the individual. Well, that's it for me. Bye. I'm totally kidding, you guys. Did you think I was gonna leave you hanging? You gotta give me more credit. I told you I was going to help you get into the calorie deficit, and I meant it. So what I went ahead and did, I put a link in the description to a calorie calculator that is going to help you determine what your about calorie deficit is going to be. Now, a little disclaimer, calories are just an estimate, just in general. So this calorie calculator does not know your life, doesn't know your background, doesn't know your exact needs. Hence the reason why it is an estimate, but it is a good estimate. So still safe to use. So once you click the link and you enter all your information, it's going to give you a few different ranges. It'll show like a maintenance number. It'll show you like if you want to lose half a pound a week, 1 pound a week, and I think there might be another one. So what I recommend is you choose a calorie deficit range that allows you to lose anywhere between half a pound to 1 pound a week. If you are somebody who likes to go to the extreme, please don't do that for this. Just trust me, okay? You want to stay in the range where you're losing a half a pound to a pound a week. Now, this doesn't mean that you were destined to only lose a half a pound to a pound a week. Some weeks you may lose a little bit more, some weeks you may lose less, some weeks your weight might stay the same. Your body fluctuates. It's natural, it's normal, it's nothing to be concerned about. The reason why I recommend staying between a half a pound and a pound calorie deficit a week is because that is what's most sustainable. If you try to slash your calories to the extreme, you're not going to be able to stick with it long enough to see results. And ultimately, that's what happens. You get into the cycle of severe restriction, failure, and then you repeat. Severe restriction, failure, repeat. And then you're like, I don't know why I can't lose weight. And sometimes, to be honest, you just gotta take things slow. Slow and steady wins the race. So if you're in the link and you think, oh, I hear what she's saying about the half a pound to a pound a week, but I'm gonna take it to the max, just don't do that, okay? This video is how to lose weight fast. I'm literally telling you how to do it the fastest way. And the fastest way is by doing it the sustainable way, because the sustainable habits are what's going to keep you going, not trying to push it to the extreme, because you can't do that forever. When you click the link, it takes you to this calculator, this calorie calculator. We're going to leave the age at 25, but we are going to change the gender from male to female. We'll say that she is 5'5" and let's say 200 pounds. I'm literally just making this up, and we'll leave it at moderate exercise 4 to 5 times a week. So when we calculate, it takes us to this page, and according to this page, we should be, to be in a calorie deficit, we need to be eating anywhere from 1,922 calories to 2,172 calories. This is going to put us in a slight to moderate calorie deficit. Just ignore the zigzag calorie cycling. No need to drive yourself crazy with that. Just know that for the information that we put in on the first page, a slight to moderate calorie deficit is going to be anywhere from 1,900 to about 2,200 calories. Okay, so now that we have this information, the only thing left to do is track the food that we eat in order to ensure that we are staying in that calorie deficit. Now, before you jump down my throat, no, you do not have to count calories to lose weight, but you do have to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. I'll say that again. You do not literally have to track your calories in order to lose weight. However, you do need to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. Now, typically, the people who do well with not tracking their calories and losing weight are people who have a pretty good sense of calorie awareness. And essentially what that means is they have a pretty accurate idea of the amount of calories that are in the foods that they are eating. Hence the reason why they are able to kind of ballpark a little bit more and still stay within that calorie deficit range. Or you could be the kind of person who is a little bit more in tune with your body's hunger and fullness cues, which leads to it being a little bit easier to be in a calorie deficit. Now, be honest with yourself here. If you do not fall into either of those categories, it might be a good idea for you to track your food at least temporarily until you develop a good sense of calorie awareness. Then you can personally assess your situation and see if tracking calories is something you want to continue or discontinue. So, no, you do not have to track calories in order to lose weight, but you do need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. So to summarize, the quickest way to lose weight is to ensure that your body is in a slight to moderate calorie deficit. Think about it. The time is going to pass regardless. So you might as well spend that time making sustainable habits that are going to keep you going for the long run versus going on this crash diet that is not sustainable. You keep it up for 2 days and then you go off the rails. It's not worth it. You're not going to get to where you want. Ultimately, sustainable habits are what's going to get you through. The habits that you create while you are trying to lose weight are the habits that you have to maintain in order to keep the weight off. So do it the slow and steady way, slight to moderate calorie deficit. That way you don't have to keep starting over. Let's be real. How many of us have done that? If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a like. Also, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment box below. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you guys. And if you want to keep seeing videos like this, be sure to subscribe. I'll be putting new videos out every week. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.